Hey guys, this is the Jose Show. Happy Friday. I cannot believe that it is the weekend now. But, anyways, let's get into the hot topic, shall we? Now, let's talk about Brad Pitt. So, Brad Pitt and his glam girlfriend Inez Ramon were out in full force, spotted hand in hand after the Wolf's premiere in Hollywood. Now, the color coordinated duo made a quick getaway from Pitt's Wolf's premiere at the TCL Chinese Theater Wednesday, heading to the aptly named restaurant Mother Wolf to unwind after the fanfare. So Brad was all about Ines making sure she got into the car safely as they left the after party with all the paps swarming around them. Okay, so the couple has been going strong since 2022, first spotted cozying up at a Bono concert, and now they're officially red carpet royalty after making their debut at the Venice Film Festival for the showing of Wolves earlier this month. Okay, so Ines did skip the red carpet in LA, but Brad wasn't flying solo. He was in good company with his Wolves co stars George Clooney, Amy Ryan, Austin Abrams, and Porna Jagannathan. Okay, so the film follows Clooney and Pitt as rebel fixers who have to bury the hatchet and a body after being double booked for the same job. It hits theaters on September 20. This is really amazing that Inez Ramon and Brad Pitt got to attend this premiere together because the both of them make a really cute couple, and the both of them I can imagine were having a really good time at the premiere because I mean it's the premiere of Brad Pitt's movie, which by the way Brad Pitt I'm sure is gonna kill it in that movie once it premieres tomorrow in theaters. I mean, come on now. I also think that the fact that he is with George Clooney in this movie is pretty insane because the both of them are really good actors, and they can definitely make a really good chemistry in a movie. And then there's really good actors in this movie as well, such as Amy Ryan, Austin Abrams, and Purna Jagannathan, for example, which by the way have starred in so many movies by now. And for years, I have been dying to watch and hear from a movie with Brad Pitt and George Clooney together because I mean, I understand that, they've had their busy lives and this and that, but man, I've been dying to just watch a movie with the both of them. I think that this movie, by the way, it sounds like it to me that it's going to be a comedic movie just by already hearing the plot of the movie. I could be mistaking, but I really hope that it is a comedic movie because I believe that comedic movies are really fun to watch, especially with George Clooney and Brad Pitt in it. Because I just can't imagine just the funny humor that is going to be within the both actors in that movie. And all of the jokes and all of the mysteries and all of the other stuff that's going to be put into the movie, which by the way will make the movie successful because that's something that a lot of people want to watch. And another thing is that the fact that this movie is going to be super, deep into, stuff about working for a company and then, about being in some hatchet and stuff like that. I mean, it's already giving me vibes that the movie is going to be super mysterious and that it's going to be super weird, but in a good way. So we're just going to have to wait and see how this movie is going to be, but I can imagine it's going to have its interesting things in it. So to those of you that don't want to miss it, it hits theaters tomorrow, September 20th. Okay, now on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Jamie Lynn Spears, shall we? So Jamie Lynn Spears is going from the small screen to the big diamond at least for one day because the actress is gearing up to compete in a charity softball game on Saturday. So Brittany's little sister is slated to field ground balls and take hacks at the plate at the University of Louisiana Monroe in an effort to help the school softball team raise funds. So it'll all go down at 6:30 p.m. and general admission tickets start at $40, but for an extra $20, university officials say you can get an autograph from her following the game. Okay, so Jamie said in a statement she signed on for the event in part because of her daughter Maddie, who's an up-and-coming star in the sport. So she got to say this: I'm raising a young female athlete, she said, so I'm honored to be asked to participate in an event to raise money for other female athletes. Okay, this woman is not a helpful person at all because what she's doing is that she is using all of the money that she took away from her own big sister, Britney Spears, to donate it into the charity event. That's what she's doing. Okay, I believe that instead of donating all of this money that she ripped off from her own damn sister, she should actually give it back to her own damn sister. Okay, now that is the way to actually look like a really good sister and to actually look like a really good person. But instead, Jamie Lynn Spears is messing it up here. I think that now she is going to get bashed even more, and for a really good reason, by the way. I also think that, yes, it's amazing that Jamie Lynn Spears is with her daughter like she should be, and she's, trying to make herself look like a really good person. But like I said, she is messing it up here because at the end of the day, she is using that Britney Spears money to donate it now to a freaking charity or to a fundraising event. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It really makes me mad, by the way, because I feel like Jamie Lynn Spears, first and foremost, I believe took advantage of all of that money that Britney Spears earned with her own sweat, with all her own blood throughout so many years of her own damn career, because Jamie Lynn Spears basically has been a nobody compared to Britney Spears. Because yes, Jamie Lynn Spears got to start in a very successful show on Nickelodeon almost 20 years ago, by the way, which was Zoe 101. But that was almost 20 years ago, and ever since then, Jamie Lynn Spears hasn't been up to much. So with that being said, she's been eating the money, and since she's been eating the money, she definitely needs to work. But unfortunately, she never got to work after that, or she tried to earn some good money off of maybe some things that she did afterwards, but she really never made much after Zoe 101, which is the reason to why she ended up ripping off Britney Spears with all of the money that she made with her own damn sweat. So, anyways, this is really ridiculous what I'm hearing here, and it really makes me mad what I'm hearing here as well. But anyways, on to the next topic. Now, let's talk about a viral moment, shall we? So, a tourist walking down the street in Italy was killed when a statue fell from a building and landed on her head, and it's all on video. Footage from the freak accident shows 30-year-old Prada manager Sierra Giacone strolling through Naples with her boyfriend when suddenly a statue falls from above and comes crashing down on her head. So, the direct hit sends Jaconis to the pavement. Her body is motionless as her horrified boyfriend, Livio Rossio, drops to his knees beside her and cries out her name. So, Jaconis was rushed to a local hospital after Sunday's incident, but 2 days later she died from her injuries, according to local reports out of Italy. The couple was said to be enjoying the one last sightseeing tour through the historic city before heading home to Padua when tragedy struck. As you can see in the video, Jaconis and her boyfriend are slowly walking down the street, carrying their luggage on their way to the airport when the statue comes falling out of the sky. So authorities in Naples are reportedly investigating and are considering manslaughter charges, though there are no suspects yet. Okay, so this is really sad what I'm hearing here. I believe that this poor woman really, really went through a lot by getting struck in the head by this statue, because this statue, I can imagine, is made out of cement, and when cement hits your head, that's really bad, because cement is really hard. It's not a pillow, it's not cotton candy, okay? And by the way, we're talking about a statue, we're not talking about just cement, so that's even worse. And I just don't want to imagine how ugly that was, having to acknowledge that a statue went on top of a person and crashed the person and had the person bleed to death. And what's even more sad, by the way, is that over in Italy, they couldn't have some type of protection around the statue in order to have people not get into danger with the statue. Okay, they should have had like some type of cage around the statue. They should have had like some type of fence around the statue that would prevent the statue from falling on top of the person. Or what they should have done is they should have had some type of, distance between the statue and then the pathways where people are walking by, in order for the people to not walk by the statue, so that way the people won't be in danger by being hit by the statue, just like what happened. For example, that's another thing that they should have done over in Italy. So not only are we expecting manslaughter charges off of this, we are also expecting maybe a really good lawsuit off of this, because this is definitely very, very dangerous. But anyways, that is it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's lovely episode of the Jose Show. Till next time, and peace.